Hey guys, welcome to the Knife Lab. We're reporting from a very special place, the Hell Canticle, where they have inside got a new step in the metallurgy process, making a steel that they argue cuts through not only rope and cardboard, but time and life itself. Let's go inside and check it out. So, Mr. Crucidax?
Crucidax, the unholy.
Ah, I see. Would you mind just going over, I guess, whatever secrets you can impart on us about your new style of steel production?
Well, yes, first we take the steel and we have a basic carbon steel. We then place it down into the shape of the blade blanks that we're looking to heat treat. We then expose the steel to very loud and very long bursts of Norwegian death metal played by my own band, the Crusaders and the Fingerless Abortions. We find that provides a great new dendritic structure which cuts through not only rope and cardboard, but also souls, life, time, and happiness itself.
I see. Who would you say has been your main inspiration for you on this journey?
Satan.
Hello there, welcome to the Knife Lab once again. We're looking today at LC200N in the Spyderco Mule. LC200N is a great steel, one of my faves. Interesting recipe, pretty low in carbon, 0.3% carbon, bit of nitrogen in it, 0.5. So looking at nitrides and carbides doing the cut testing, it is an electro-slag steel, so not a powder steel. It's a different mechanism of putting the grains together in a nice even structure though, I suppose. And yeah, I've had good results with it in the past. This steel is designed to be a bit of an all-arounder. As in it's quite rust resistant, it's decent on the edge retention, and from my experiences it's fairly tough as well. It isn't a crazy brittle steel either. Sharpens up pretty well. I really like it. It's one of my favourite steels, if not my favourite overall steel. So let's look at it today. Hopefully this Mule does it justice as well. I don't know what the Rockwell is on the Mule, but we are expecting it to be probably about 59 or so, I would say. That's what Spyderco have run other knives at in the past, 58 to 59. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how this one goes on the rope cut test. Some comparable results, I suppose, are from the other Mule knives that I've compared. I think I've had 52-100 did 330 cuts, all the way up to S90V doing 700 cuts. K390, 900-ish cuts, I believe. So yeah, I'm interested to see where it fits on that big old scale there. So let's get into it. Some rope cut testing. Oh, we've put a 17-degree mirror polished edge on this blade. We're going to slice paper and rope. We're going to slice rope until it no longer does that to paper, and that will be the end of the test. The amount of rope cuts made will be the number assigned to this steel. So that's the test. It isn't perfect, but it's the best I can do for you all. So I hope you enjoy. Let's get to it. Right, so it's 350 passes. It has definitely got a couple of flat spots developed now at 17 degrees per side with a mirror edge. So that is on the lower side of these Mules so far. But that being said, my other ones have been quite high, the other results. So you're looking at K390s and A11s. It's higher than 52-100, which was interesting because that was same edge, same a little bit harder probably as well. That's a good result. You're thinking of steel with the edge retention of about 52-100, but it is also completely stainless. If you're looking at just edge retention and stainlessness, that's a pretty good sell. But yeah, not as high, and it was a different pattern, but not as high as Spyderco's S30V on the amalgam, which is interesting. I've had actually a reverse result in the past, back when I was doing workshop testing, I believe, or it was about the same anyway. So there might be a Rockwell thing, it might just be how it takes this angle, all sorts of reasons behind it. But at any rate, the result on this mule is 350 cuts through the rope before it no longer easily slices a held sheet of paper. I was using the same front portion of the blade for the whole time, doing as best as I can, guys, alright? So we're looking, yeah, probably on the lower end of the absolute edge retention of this Mule series so far, but still really good edge retention for a knife that pretty much won't rust, and it is definitely better than, say, H1 in terms of edge retention. What's the difference between it and Nitrobe 77? Well, Nitrobe with the same edge, just yesterday when I did the test for this one, was it yesterday, the day before, did 225, so a bit lower with the 17-degree mirror polished edge. Nitrobe 77 has about a third of the amount of carbon, but it does have more nitrogen. Does that show that carbides are better than nitrides at forming hard, long-lasting edges? I don't know. It could be all in the heat treat. Remembering this was a harder knife as well. This is at 63, so there could be something to that. I don't know. At any rate, the benefits of this one, however, were this probably took about half the time to sharpen as this. This isn't bad sharpening steel. This is just really nice sharpening steel. This is like sharpening, you know, a much more sort of lower end steel. You know, low end steel is really easy to sharpen usually, like your Victorinox steel. Feels like that to sharpen, but gets a good competitive, nice and sharp edge too. So I think that's what the benefits of this would be, and this probably, push came to shove, would be a little more rust resistant, given that there is that little bit less carbon and a little bit more nitrogen and chromium and things like that in it. So there may be still a case for getting Nitrobe 77 over LC200N. However, in this day and age, with this no longer being made, probably going to be either this guy or H1, or, you know, ideally Vanax. Vanax does everything this does, but better. It's just so expensive and generally hard to find in a production knife. So there's that too. At any rate, I'm really happy with LC200N. I'm happy enough with that result. Interested didn't go as high as the Amalgam's S30V, but then, as I always say, this is one test on one guy. I could be completely fucking this up. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but anyway, hope you've enjoyed the knife lab for the day. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.